Welcome on in, guys. Three bold takes, and we are back with Bowl Mania this year. We do this every single year. Link is in the description to join. Winner will receive a free Champions Three Bold Takes t-shirt courtesy of the guys over here at Three Bold Takes. But before we get into it, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, so use our discount code 3BoldTakes at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. We are looking to go to a couple of bowl games. We will definitely be using SeatGeeks. You guys should too. It'll show you what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, and should save you a little bit of money off the top. Guys, welcome on into the Wasabi Fenway Bowl between UConn and North Carolina. Boy, North Carolina's been in the news here recently with the recent hire of none other than Bill Belichick as their new head football coach, out with an old Mac Brown and in with an old Bill Belichick here. We're definitely going to talk about that in the offseason, see how things are going to go there. But for this game specifically, North Carolina comes in as a 3-point favorite, over under a 53.5. Looks like 62% chance to win the game, and America is right along with them, 67% North Carolina. Quinn, I want to hear what you have to say first in this Fenway Bowl.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. Bill Belichick ain't on that sideline yet, and America's dead wrong. This UConn team has been very impressive to me in 2024. Like, yeah, they have four losses. Okay, one was a 7-point loss on the road to Syracuse. One was a 3-point loss to Wake Forest, which was really ugly. And one was a 5-point loss to Duke. They do have wins over a huge win over Rice. And like I said, we're highly competitive in all their ACC games. I think there's a lot of turmoil going on in the North Carolina side of things right now in the layover to the start of the Bill Belichick era. I think you got a UConn team who's been hanging out in the doldrums of college football for the last 10 years. And they just had a fantastic season and have a chance to top it off with a big bowl win. I think there's way more motivational spirit on that side. Give me the Huskies to get a huge upset victory over the North Carolina Tar Heels in this game.
Man, Quinn, we opened this game up and I saw North Carolina. I was like, okay, North Carolina 6-6. And I turned my head over to the other opponent and I said, UConn. Double checked my computer, made sure nothing was broken. I was making sure it wasn't basketball that we were looking at. But no, this is UConn football, guys. The last time they won 8 games in a season was in 2010 when they were in the Big East, when that was a thing, guys. If you remember the Big East, shout out the old heads. What's up? However, I was doing some more like what's going on with UConn, right? When they were in the FCS, maybe you guys see where I'm going with this. 1998, they won a first round game against Hampton. That doesn't matter. The head coach, gentlemen, is none other than Skip Holtz. Come on, do we know the name? Yeah, there we go, guys. Birmingham Stallions legend currently and head coach amidst a three-peat. Anyway, I'm right there with you, Quinn. UConn 8 games. They won 3 the year before, 6 the year before, 1 the year before, 0 in 2020 because they didn't play, 2, 1, 3. Like, you did not see this UConn team has just come out of nowhere. Jim Mora has done a wonderful job with them. North Carolina, man. If you remember our Talking Heads days, I was a North Carolina Tar Heel through and through. I'll get back on that train next year when 6-time head or Super Bowl winning coach comes back in. But for now, I'm going to go with the Huskies as well. I picked one earlier in Northern Illinois. Give me UConn as well for this one.
Yeah, so very interestingly, Quinn, you mentioned all the losses for UConn. You failed to mention the 50-7 blowout against Maryland. But it is what it is. That was in week 1, so I guess we can overlook that. But typically when you've got a team that has a new head coach coming in, I like to pick them in bowl games simply because the players tend to play a little bit harder because it seems like they're playing for their life. They're playing for their position. They're playing for a spot on the team next year. But I'm going to ride with you guys here. I'm going to go UConn too. This is a clean sweep. I don't think this has ever happened for a team like UConn to have a clean sweep here on 3 bold takes or even way back in the Talking Heads days. Like you guys mentioned, they've been very competitive all year, and every single game that they lost except for the first one has been close and competitive. Their game control has been pretty good. They've been very good at winning these low-scoring, close affairs. I think it's going to be another one But I think UConn, man, never in my life would I think I would pick UConn to win a football bowl game. But here we are in 2024. UConn is going to pull off the upset against North Carolina in the Fenway Bowl. Been 3 bowl takes. I'm Freddie, been joined by Chase and Quinn, doing a preview and prediction for every single bowl game. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications to get alerted when we post new videos. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.